Hi everyone, welcome back. We are in the Speak Now era for the Taylor Swift series here on my channel. We're going to be playing with these beautiful colors. Now, Peach Blossom and Lavender Fields from MadKin Beauty really just gave me like the perfect inspiration for the outfits that she wears during the Eras tour during the Speak Now era. And then we're going to be implementing this Speak Now decals here to just tie in everything. But Peach Blossom is definitely the perfect like accent color for this mani, and then Lavender Fields, and then we're going to use Blissful Kiss as well for one of the nails just to tie in a little bit of sparkle and elegance, and then we're going to use like a decal with Taylor's face on it. So that's really going to look good as a background because Blissful Kiss has like this beautiful whiteness to it. All right, so this color right here, it is the perfect peach color. It has like a slight pink undertone. It's really beautiful. It's going to complement so many different skin tones. It's a solid and it's super pretty and it pairs perfectly with these colors. The best part about today is not only are we in the Speak Now era, but you're going to be able to see these colors in action, and they're such great colors. If you wanted to do kind of like a pastel Valentine's Day mani or for springtime, these are great colors. So before we apply the decals, you're really going to see what this mani looks like on its own before we go ahead and add extra elements to it. So you're going to get a really good idea on how these colors are together. And I feel like this color combination, it is everything. I feel like these colors would look gorgeous as well, like ombre together. Options are endless with this color palette here from MadKin Beauty. Now, these are solid colors, Lavender Fields and Peach Blossom, but Blissful Kiss is when we're going to add a little bit of sparkle. Now you can see here, this color just comes to life with that second dip. We are also using the gel method today, and the gels that we're using are also from MadKin Beauty. All right, so let's dive into these beautiful colors, and then I'm going to pop back in just a few moments.
You should see the city lights tonight. I don't think they've ever burned this bright. Did you know when how everything would turn out? We learned to run, we learned to fight. Sooner or later, we can become strangers. Someday, somewhere, we can be new again. We can be
All right, so we're diving into the second coat here of Blissful Kiss. Now, when I'm working with sparkles, since I only have one set of these gels, I am going to take some time and wipe off that brush with a paper towel just to ensure I am getting all those sparkles off that brush before I stick it back in the bottle. That is just a great way to kind of keep your gels longevity if you only have one set, is just to make sure that you wipe them off. Kind of treat them like you would with your standard dip liquids. I'm also going to go ahead after we cured for 30 seconds and file and buff this nail right away. I wanted to keep those solid nails as pure as possible, so I'm doing all of the glitter kind of away from our solid nails. So the solid nails are off to the side so we do not cross-contaminate them. But this color right here, it is so beautiful, and it is definitely the perfect like slight, it's like a very slight, not overpowering glitter, and it just adds a touch of sparkle to this mani here, and I love this color, and it's really great too on its own for an all over mani, and it's also really great paired with decals like you're going to see right now. All right, then to seal in this nail right here, we're doing a layer of gel base, and then I'm going to cure that for 30 seconds and then again wipe off that brush. And then the reason why I did the gel base is it's going to give a tacky layer to that nail to really help that decal adhere. So while that's curing, we're going back to the solids now. So all the glitter's put away and we're really focusing now on the solids, and I'm just gently filing underneath that press on there, the free edge, and reshaping ever so lightly, and that's all I needed to do. Okay, so this color palette right here is everything. It screams pastel Valentine's Day. It's also great for spring. And then here are the decals. It's definitely giving me the album cover kind of vibes. You can see here we have her dress here, and then on the back it's pulling in all those like peach vibes, so that's why we use peach blossom to just kind of tie everything together. But this decal sheet right here, it is so beautiful. Just like the attention to detail and everything, how you have like her dress, but yet she's like underneath like this bouquet of flowers. It's super pretty. It's very elegant. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus putting that decal towards the tip because I want the flowers to be on the tip. And then I kind of wanted Taylor Swift kind of like on an angle. So we we're kind of taking advantage of like the full surface of the nail here. So I used the larger Taylor Swift image here, and I love it so much. It gave the nail such a beautiful look. We did it on top of Blissful Kiss, so it's really just showing like all the details on this beautiful decal itself, but I love it so much. I really like how the flowers are on the tip there, and it kind of gave it like an effortless ombre. So we're going to continue now. We're going to add a bigger flower here on the thumbnail. We're going to add a few flowers, and then I'm going to do the rest of the decals off camera just to save some time. Now, you might be looking at these when I'm placing decal and are like, that looks horrible. I'm going to show you a way on how I always flatten my decals at the very end so they become one with the nail and you almost don't even know you have a decal on. So right now I'm making sure I'm taking my time to really get the placement of this decal exactly where I want it. And you can see there, I was like looking at my hand, like how am I placing this nail and how the image is going to coincide with the rest of the set. That's another reason why I like to use a jelly stamper, because you can kind of see where you're placing it and kind of get an idea how it's going to look before you like press it down. So that's another benefit of the jelly stamper. But also when you're making press-ons, you want to make sure that it is the right way, because how you have it on the stand, it's not going to look like that when you put it on your nail. So you might have some images reversed. So always like flip the nail kind of around so you can see how it's going to look when you actually wear it on your hand. So just keep that in mind when you are making press-ons. All right, so now we're going to add these 3 gorgeous flowers here to the other nail here, just to kind of tie in more of these beautiful flowers. If you've seen the Eras tour, the Speak Now era is very short. It was even shorter in the beginning before she announced the Taylor's version Speak Now, which came out on July 7th of last year. She speaks Enchanted. And then once she announced the remake, she added another song during the tour called Long Live. So overall, it's a very beautiful but yet short set of the concert. It's like the shortest set out of all the Eras tour, but such a beautiful and just magical experience during that. No matter if you went to the concert or watched the film or haven't watched it at all yet, Speak Now is just a very beautiful era. All right, so now that we have the decals all on the nail, this is where the magic happens. This is my secret weapon, this flat brush from Sundara Nails. It is everything. It's super soft. It's very delicate on these very delicate, fragile decals. and I dipped that flat brush in acetone. And now what I'm doing, since this decal is hanging over the entire nail because it was a larger flower, I am just rubbing that brush on the nail here to dissolve any extra decal that may be hanging over that free edge, so everything is looking one. And then once I'm satisfied with the cleanup of that, I'm actually taking the flat brush now, and I'm gonna be removing any lines, wrinkles, air bubbles that may be on this decal. And that's really what's gonna help just seal in this decal and become one with the nail. I highly recommend this step, but again, you are using acetone, so you wanna make sure you have a very delicate hand when you're doing this. The Onyx brand acetone works best. It's definitely more forgiving when it comes to decals. And this brush is everything because it is a very gentle brush. I've tried other flat brushes where I actually like dug into the decal. So this one from Sundara Nails is definitely the best one that I've tried so far. So then after that decal is completely dry, I just tapped it down, and then I'm going to seal it in right away with a layer of gel base, and then I'm going to cure for 30 seconds. So again, we're going to go right into that acetone here, and I always go ahead and dab off any extra. You don't want the brush to be like dripping acetone, because acetone and decals naturally do not mix, because you are going to be dissolving that image if you have too much acetone on there. Now, if you have any decals that you could practice on a swatch stick, definitely recommend, but this method works so good for me, and this is how I apply all my decals now for that flawless finish. So this combination, it is everything. Also, we did a layer of gel base that is cured, so it gave us a little bit of wiggle room too with the decals, but I love decals so much. I think it's a great way to add some really easy nail art. Also, the quality from Nails Truly, it is everything. It is my favorite decal of all times, very user friendly. All right, so we're gonna do one more decal here. I figured I gotta show you the best one here with this method because this one has tons of detail. It also is very iconic with Taylor Swift on it. So I thought I would show you the acetone process on this one because we had a lot of that decal hanging off that nail as well. So I am just carefully removing that, and then I'm getting rid of any wrinkles or air bubbles that may be left in this decal. Now, again, just make sure you have a gentle hand during this process because decals are really fragile, but I love this one so much. And then what I'm going to do now that that's completely dry, I am just gently tapping that down, making sure it's super flat. And then we're going to go ahead and seal it in here with a layer of gel base, cure for 30 seconds. And then I'm going to go ahead and finish up everything with a layer of gel top coat and cure for 60 seconds. I did the top coat off camera just to save some time today, but here's the finish, Manny, and I love it. I love it. Every time we finish an era here during this Taylor Swift series, I'm like, this one's my favorite, this one's my favorite. But honestly, they're all my favorite so far. But this one just has something about it. I think it's a very like the I don't even know, the flowers are giving me some kind of vibe here, and just like the Taylor itself, it's a very beautiful, elegant mani, and these colors were perfect for this era just to like kind of tie in the dresses for the tour here. But overall, I love how these colors performed. And then we added these awesome decals on top of it, and I could not be more excited. All right, so everything that we did use in today's video can be found in that description box below, including the dip powders, the gels, that flat brush I've been talking about, and these amazing decals from Nails Truly. So I hope you enjoyed today's era. We will be diving into a different Taylor Swift era tomorrow, and I'll see you all in the next one.